Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cock Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to our post match reaction to Liverpool's 6-1 victory over Leeds United. Yes, the Reds did fire six past Leeds United. It was an absolute fire show for the Reds this evening, as well. Of course, again, phenomenal performances by a few key Reds tonight as well. Of course, mainly, in my opinion, Trent Alexander-Arnold for me was my man of the match. Absolutely unbelievable. The new role, or the new midfield role, is paying off. And by God, did he have an absolute brilliant game tonight. Anyway, of course, Diogo Jota as well, breaking the streak that, of course, has been cursing over Liverpool over the last few months as well. Of course, his streak is over. Obviously, Mo getting a couple of goals as well for the Reds, and Darwin Núñez, of course, coming off the bench to score as well. And of course, how amazing was it to see Luis Diaz back from injury? Of course, 5 months out with, of course, his knee injury, and of course, him being back now for the Reds is, of course, a massive, massive boost for the rest of the season, and of course, going into next season as well. Anyway, but let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know how all of you are in the comment section down below. And yeah, let me know just overall your thoughts, your opinions as well on Liverpool beating Leeds by 6 goals to 1 as well, because again, it was an absolute bloodbath in certain aspects of things as well. Anyway, but again, guys, let me know how all of you are in the comment section down below. If you're new around here as well and viewing us for the first time, then please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button as well, because we are on the road to 1K, of course, at the moment. And again, hopefully we can get there before the end of the season anyway. But Trap said 5-2, but I'll take 6-1. I think all of us would take that, to be fair, Trap, to be fair as well. But Gary is in as well, saying bloody 6-1. They always talk one hell of a yeah, no, they did absolutely. Gary, it was unbelievable, wasn't it? And again, I think the biggest biggest point before the game was, of course, Liverpool haven't performed against the lower teams this season. Again, you look at our away record; it's been abysmal at times this season, and that's saying it lightly. But again, the first 20 minutes or so wasn't great for Liverpool. I think all of us can be honest in that regard. Liverpool were very poor in that first 20 minutes. Certainly in the final third, I think overall and defensively we looked pretty good from the get go tonight. But again, in that final third, we couldn't break down Leeds. It looked like we didn't have any options in that regard. Obviously, saying that now 6-1 win, a bit ridiculous like, but even still, Liverpool did struggle in that first 20 minutes anyway. But of course, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts as well. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about all the goals as well, and again, we'll talk about everyone again. But again, the stream won't be long tonight, guys. It'll be about 15-20 minutes. It might even be a bit shorter than that. Again, apologies, I am running out of time as well tonight. Was their thoughts on Salah today? Again, absolutely brilliant from Mo. I think pretty much Mo's been criticised this season by myself, and I think, look, tonight he was absolutely brilliant. Tonight took his opportunities well, was opening up space in the final third. Obviously, the link-up play between him and Gakpo was gelling quite nicely. Obviously, Trent in that new role, finding Mo. Um, quite often. I think with the over the top balls, and obviously just the link up play in itself. But again, the first half wasn't like that. The second half completely blown Leeds out of the water, in my opinion. Anyway, but Gary was saying Gakpo was great, but Núñez must start. Connor, I would agree. I was disappointed when Darwin didn't start, but you're looking at the moment, Cody Gakpo, a goal and an assist tonight. As I'm looking on my phone right now, again, absolutely brilliant from Cody Gakpo. Just looking at it at its finest. Again, the front three, performing excellently. Gakpo 2 goals, 1 assist. Jota, sorry, 2 goals, 1 assist. Gakpo a goal and assist. Mo 2 goals. Again, one person, in my opinion, who I was very much suggesting that he might leave the club at the end of the season, Curtis Jones. For me, was absolutely brilliant tonight again. Obviously, 3 games in a row. I know I'm quite blurry right now, guys. Apologies for it. I think the internet is having a wild one anyway. But for me, Curtis Jones again tonight was very, very good. And it was a very solid performance. And again, that's 3 on the bounce now for Curtis Jones. But it's that frustrating aspect of it, and it's a real frustrating aspect of this season. Is where has this Liverpool team been? Where has tonight's team been in terms of pressing, in terms of attitude, in terms of just all certain aspects of it? Where's this Liverpool team been? Like tonight was brilliant from the Reds. Again, even when things wasn't working, we were trying. The attitude was right, the pressing was correct. And again, that might come down to the new formation. Of course, the 3-5-2 or 3-2-4 or whatever, however it is, weird formation. I think is the best way of putting it. But even still, things worked out tonight, and it was excellent. And again, we'll speak about Trent in a brief moment as well, because again, have some statistics for Trent Alexander-Arnold anyway. But Trap, what else has Trap said? This season, us can only lose to Leeds 2-1 at home and then beat them 6-1 away. Yeah, absolutely. Not at our best, in my opinion, but super clinical as well. Yeah, absolutely. You look at that's pretty much been Liverpool's biggest results. You look at Bournemouth, Manchester United, it's very similar towards that, where Liverpool in the first half don't really perform very well, but again score 6, 7 goals in that regards as well. So again, it's just a theme of this season, realistically. But again, where has this Liverpool side been for the majority of the season anyway? But Leeds are going down as well, says Gary. Yeah, it's not looking good for Leeds. Obviously, I know if Ant's watching as well, obviously he will be massively, obviously happy for the fact that Liverpool got that result as well. We're going to quickly look at the league table as well. I forgot to get that up before the start of the stream, but we will have a look at the league table and look at how that impacts both Liverpool and Leeds as well, because again, that result was huge for in terms of the table as well. But while I do get that up as well, I want to quickly talk about as well, because again, I don't have much time tonight, guys, as well. Again, I want to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. For me, he's my man of the match, and let me know your man of the match as well in the chat down below as well. For me, absolutely unreal tonight in, of course, that midfield role for Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm just going to get up now the pass map, of course, that Trent did cover as well. Of course, he did complete 124 successful passes, obviously from Trent tonight, his most in one game ever for Liverpool Football Club. And again, you talk about how can you get Trent in, and get him pretty much involved in the game. Tonight, he was, again, we talk about a Kevin De Bruyne situation in terms of controlling the game, being the mastermind behind the passes, behind the movement. Trent was that tonight. And again, it wasn't just like that either. We've seen how good Manchester City have been over the last couple of weeks, getting John Stones in that midfield role. And tonight, of course, with Liverpool learning that situation, and obviously Trent learning it as well, Trent is a much better passer in that regard. And of course, it wasn't just his capabilities going forward tonight. It was the whole attitude of Trent Alexander-Arnold, the defensive work from Trent as well. Because again, let's not forget this. He did have the bomb. Again, obviously, if you guys, I would suggest go and watch Sky Sports analysis. Carragher, I think perfectly in terms of, again, Trent played left centre mid. He was playing right centre mid. His attitude, we've known this season, has been poor at times, but running back to get back in position as well. Again, for me, Trent was absolutely brilliant tonight. And again, where has this Trent Alexander-Arnold been this season? But for me, this is, of course, a massive possibility now for Liverpool to look at going for the future, of course. And, realistically, it's another element of this Liverpool side. Again, we know Liverpool can play a normal 4-3-3. We know Liverpool can play a 4-2-3-1. But this 3-5-2, it looks to be a very, very interesting one, especially for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And for me, I think, again, if you want to get him involved in the game, if you want to get the best quality out of Trent, especially against a low block team, this is probably the way now for Liverpool Football Club. And again, of course, with Trent being unbelievable going forward, again, it's frightening to think how good, this, if things plan out as the way we hope. Again, we hope that it'll be a magical decision to go to the three back and try and play Trent more centrally as well. Again, of course, I think even Jurgen was speaking about it. It doesn't just help Liverpool going forward defensively as well. Liverpool have been pretty good in terms of that as well. Again, tonight the only time Leeds looked like scoring was of course Canate's mistake, which again, things happen like that. But again, for me, it was a bit unlucky. But of course, Liverpool bounced back. We've seen how many times this season that's happened, and then we go on to concede a second, we go on to concede a third. But tonight, like I said, the whole attitude of the team was brilliant from start to finish tonight. And again, it makes me so frustrated. Where was this Liverpool side all season long, anyway? But let's get into your guys' thoughts and opinions as well in the comment section down below. I will quickly read out all of your guys' comments as well. If you're new around here as well, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button as well, because again, we very much appreciate it as always. Unsung hero today was Hendo, showed his old self a bit with Jota's goal as well. Yeah, absolutely. I loved at the 90th minute we chased as a pack of four. Exactly, the intensity was there, Zane. Absolutely, the intensity. I think if you go and watch Jurgen Klopp's, I think he was in the tunnel, wasn't he? And he was screaming, "Oh, I love it, I love it," and praising Darwin Núñez when he got the ball back as well. That is what I love. Like, where's that Liverpool been? The desire to go and get the ball, at times have been missing from us, and that's being honest. Trent is the second best midfielder in the Prem. Could be. Could be if we keep this roll. To be fair, 100% agree. Trent man of the match, Connor, but Shane Canate made the mistake. I would have give it to him as well. Yeah, again, like obviously it's 1 in a million for Ibu. Again, at the time I was screaming at Ibu. I was like, "Why haven't you passed the ball? Like, for God's sake, you've got all the time and you've messed around with it." I was absolutely livid. But Trent Alexander-Arnold for me is my man of the match tonight. 100% was so good, so good tonight. Anyway, but Trap saying I don't want Klopp going back to 4-3-3 next year, and Trent right back is no from me, from no one. I disagree. I think this I don't think we can play like this against Man City away. Being honest, even if Liverpool do have a pre-season masterminding it and doing the correct things with it, for me, I still think Trent is should still be a right back, but it gives you that option of him being in the midfield. And again, if Liverpool do go and sign a right back and Trent does move into midfield, I wouldn't be against it. But for me, I think Trent is better as a right back because he gets to see the game as a whole, and that's the best of Trent Alexander-Arnold. This is why against a low block team, of course, that position is perfect because again he has the midfield position, but then can also defend then as a right back. And of course, when you have the speed of Kanate there as well to cover you in that right back position, then again I think that's the perfect cover for it. I think what is interesting, and of course we might do a tactical dive into it as well, is Robbo, because I think you do italize. If italize is the right word, you do sacrifice Andy Robertson going a bit forward with the three back in that style as well. Obviously, I think if Liverpool were to go and sign a Garvadol, for example, that would be perfect because again, you can play in the four, you can play in the back three where you have that centre half there as well, and obviously with Garvadol in the RB Leipzig system, Canate's from that as well, obviously in the three back as well under Nagelsmann, for example, they're used to that as well. So if Liverpool could do that, would be nice. But again, Garvadol costs a lot of money, money we don't have as well. Anyway, but Zane said, I don't want to make comparisons, but he reminds me of a young Gerrard playing everywhere. Yeah, He does, absolutely. Evening, that was beautiful tonight, absolutely. Scouser as well, good seeing you as well. Klopp went, if we can't beat City, join them in the formation and tactics. Yeah, absolutely. Tell me why I do like Mondays. Hello, Dave. Hopefully, on a fantastic night, my friend, as well. What a win that was then, Reds as well. Yeah, Owen's in as well. Evening, Owen's in evening all. What a win, absolutely, Owen. I know Owen will be doing his own tactical dive into this as well. But for me, I think against low block teams, this is the future. I do think, though, against maybe the top six, top seven, top eight teams, I think Liverpool won't play this. I think we'll go back to classic 4-3-3. I think, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Mark Rower watched Steph see that tackle on Diaz. Well, pissed me off. That, yeah, again, we brought him on in the most relaxing situation, and then yeah, they go and do that. I hate Leeds. Like again, since Harvey Elliott, it's like bugger off Leeds. But there's so things tonight I've not seen. The Salah goal where he was sent to and just hit with his left foot, scored the over the top dink for Darwin's goal as well. Yeah, again, we saw plenty of good things tonight, and that's the perfect realization of it is the fact again we're seeing new things, and again it's come at the worst time because again Liverpool's midfield and defense has been poor. But again, if Liverpool can carry, because this is for me what was so crucial from the 21-20 or the 2021 season into last season was the fact that we had those 10 games where we won at the back end of the season and we carried that through. And that could be the same now for this season. Liverpool go on a 9-match winning streak because again, you look at the games, we've got Tottenham left at Anfield. That's going to be a tough game. And again, I think we've got one or two very well. Again, all of them are tough. Don't get me wrong, but we've got one or two, on paper tough games as well. But let me read Owen's comment. Trent in midfield really leads, 2 assists, 153 touches, 124 accurate passes. Let me quickly get the graph up before Owen. We did get the graph up earlier on as well. But yeah, 124 passes, 91 pass accuracy, 12 accurate long balls, 20 passes into the final third, and 11 ball recoveries. Man of the match, Trent Alexander-Arnold. But thank you, Owen, for putting that into the comments as well. Kanate at times was our fourth midfielder. Again, that's the way he loves to play. Let's go on a big adventure with Joel Matip. We always attitude that we may be a slight one typical me, but we've shown we can adapt whatever is needed to win the game. We should just do it. Yeah, absolutely. Talia Owen, dear boy, as well says Gary, and Klopp didn't unlock Trent, Pep did. Yeah, a little bit in that regard as well. But we know that Jurgen likes technical midfielders as well, but obviously as well, obviously Diogo Jota as well, breaking the curse was absolutely brilliant to see as well tonight. Of course, him getting, I believe, 2 goals and an assist tonight as well, which again, absolutely brilliant for the Reds as well. And again, I think on FootMob he got man of the match as well in that regard as well. But again, obviously Darwin getting a goal off the bench as well, which of course was absolutely brilliant to see. And of course, Luis Diaz coming back from injury as well. That was the biggest highlight from tonight, was seeing Lucho back in a red shirt and seeing him come on the field. That was absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. And was absolutely glorious. And of course, seeing a smile on Jurgen Klopp's face as well. That was absolutely amazing tonight as well. Anyway, but again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I apologize, I have to end the stream pretty soon as well. I was told I had 20 minutes. It's been nearly 20 minutes as well. So by the time I end, again, we should be all okay anyway. But obviously tonight, for me, again, if anyone is just tuning in as well, for me, my man of the match goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Absolutely superb tonight. Again, for me, Trent, unbelievable for the Reds. And realistically, is this midfield role, a thing that's going to stick? Of course it is. It unlocks the best out of Trent defensively as well. Liverpool look a lot better as well, and hopefully, of course, with obviously the team learning the style a lot more as well, it will help for the future as well. But obviously for Forest now on Saturday, the big question is, Does Luis Diaz start? That's the big one. I know we eased him in tonight, but again, Klopp has a real headache now in terms of team selection because again, you've got Curtis Jones now performing quite well as well. Obviously, Thiago's back as well. Obviously, there's a lot of new positions and new variations as well that Liverpool can sort out as well. Anyway, let me quickly read out a few more comments before we do head off. Anyway, Klopp reaction to us press in the 90th minute is up in shorts on Sky Sports Premier League as well. Yeah, I will check that out as well. But yeah, everyone go and check that out as well. I will try and see if I can get it on here as well. But again, it's so fiddly with copyright. I got to be careful. But Trent was great. Trent is our new Phil Coutinho, new Stevie G trap. I'd be honest, new Stevie G. I would say personally, anyway. But of course, guys, we will be live tomorrow. Probably talking a bit more about this. We'll obviously be speaking more about Trent's new position as well. Jordan, good seeing you as well. I've just seen your chat saying good win for Liverpool. It was a fantastic win. Again, apologies, I have to end the stream early. Again, I've been told I've had to go off after 20 minutes again because I am running out of time tonight. Anyway, but of course, we'll be live again tomorrow. Anyway, for you guys to talk more about this, talk about Trent's new position, and of course, again, talk about the Reds beating Leeds by 6 goals to 1. Anyway, but until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cup Council. Please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the share button as well. Very much appreciate it, as always. But I've been Connor, like I said, from the Cup Council. See you later. Ta-ra.